Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and it's time for part 4 of my huge beauty room declutter series. Today I'm going through my blushes and highlighters. Like I've mentioned in the past couple of videos, everything that I'm decluttering right now is just stuff that I have in storage. So all of my favorite things are stored on my vanity, and that's why I think I've been making such good progress here, because I know that the things that I really love and reach for all the time are not really going into this declutter. So I have 26 blushes and 18 highlighters, and I have been trying to go for about half, decluttering about half of the things. I don't know if I will quite let go of half of these things, but that's really kind of what I'm shooting for. So hopefully we can cut this collection down by about half. Let's start with highlighters. Since there's fewer of them, we should get through those a little bit more quickly. So highlighters first. All right, here are all the highlighters that we're going to be talking about today. Some of these I have tried, some of them I have not yet tried. Let's start with this Dandelion Shy Beam from Benefit. Since I have two, I'll declutter the sample size and I'll keep the really pretty full-size bottle. Next up, I have also from Benefit two minis. This one is Girl Meets Pearl and this is a What's Up. I do have a What's Up in progress on my vanity. This one is completely brand new. It has not been touched. Don't know if you can tell. Fresh one. So I will pass this on to a friend since I already have one of these in action, and this one has been used. I think this is probably my favorite of all the Benefit like liquid or cream highlighters, so I'll hang on to this one and pass this one on to a friend. Next, I have 4 different highlighters from e.l.f. 2 of them are the baked powders and then 2 are liquids. And I have not used either one of these liquid highlighters. I have used both the powders. And in general, I prefer powder highlighters over liquid ones. There are quite a few liquid ones that I enjoy, but in general, I'm gonna reach for these more than I'll reach for these. So I'm gonna keep the baked highlighters. I really, really love this one in Blush Gems. And I will declutter these 2 liquid highlighters. This one says it's in the shade Lilac Petals. I really don't think that's right. I think this is the peach one. And this one actually does not have a label on it. So either way, they're brand new, so I'm sure a friend can put these to use. Are you noticing a trend that a lot of my liquid highlighters have been in storage? These 2 are from Australis. My friend in Australia sent these to me, and the gold one is just a little bit too deep for me, but I really like the pearl one. It's better for my fair skin tone. So I'm gonna keep pearl and I'm gonna pass gold on. Let's talk about these 2 next. This one was clearly in a project pan. As you can see, this is Opal from Becca, and this one is from Trestique. Also, you can probably tell from how dirty it is, I have used this one quite a bit. I've really been taking a break from project panning recently, but I want to kind of get back into it by using up all of the products from old project pans that I didn't quite finish. So I think this would be the perfect candidate. As you can see, I was able to use quite a bit of it. So I'm gonna keep this one and I'm gonna let this Trestique one go. It's nice, it's fine, it's just not my favorite. So maybe someone else can use it. We might as well just talk about the last 2 liquid highlighters. I haven't used either one of these yet. This is a tiny little mini Cover FX one. It's in the shade, oh, Moonlight. And this is a Sephora liquid illuminizer and it's in the shade Starlight. Oh, they kind of go together, Moonlight and Starlight. I haven't used these. I would really like to try them, so I'm gonna keep both of these. Okay, we're getting down to the very last here. This is Exposed Highlight from Tarte. This is the Catrice highlighting powder in Stardust. This one is from Model's Own. It is in the shade Peach Pearl. I just used this in a video, so if that's not already up, it will be up soon. And this one is from Sweat Beauty. It is their Mineral Illuminator. This one, it's pretty. It's so massive. It's so huge. I'm never gonna like carry this around and use it. It's so awkward to store. So I'm sorry, but Sweat, you gotta get out of here. I am gonna keep these 3. I know I didn't get rid of half, but I love highlighters. Look how pretty this is. I mean, really, let's just look at how pretty it is. Look at that. Can you see that? That is gorgeous. That's a drugstore highlighter, people. So pretty. Here is a whole bunch of blushes that I have in storage, and honestly, it's time to get rid of some of these. As much as I hate to say it, I love blush, obviously, but I'm not using all of these. Some of them are completely untouched, so those are great things that I can donate. So I'm gonna try to get this down by about half. I don't think it'll be exactly half, but I really am gonna try to get rid of a lot of these. So let's do it. Let's talk about these Benefit products first. This is the Dandelion Blush. This is the Benetint, and this is the Dandelion Dew. I love these products. I just have them in storage because they're so big, but I really do need to put some of these back out on my vanity. They're so pretty. They need to be displayed. I am sorry, but I am keeping all three of these. Just look at them, they're so pretty. Two more things that I know I'm keeping. These are blushes from The Balm, and I just got these and they really just didn't go onto my vanity right away because my vanity storage is now full, so I guess I need to declutter that next. But these also not going anywhere. They're beautiful packaging, they're beautiful blushes. These are staying. Okay, since I just kept a bunch of stuff, it's time to pick out some things that I know I can get rid of. Let's start with this little blush. This is like a little cream blush from Lacquer & Co. And I've never touched it. It's really pretty. It's just not gonna get used. So maybe I can find a friend or maybe one of my sisters who would like this. Since it's brand new, it's the perfect thing to just go ahead and declutter. Here is another Trestique product. As you can see, I twisted it all the way up. I have used a lot of this. This is another one that was in a project pan, and I just got some new cream blushes from NARS, and I am totally obsessed with those and loving them. So I need to declutter a lot of my cream blushes because I'm not really going to be using anything other than those. So this one is nice and used and lived a good life, so this one's probably just gonna go to the trash can. But I did really like this. This is Bora Bora Coral from Trestique. Since I'm on a roll with cream blushes, let's go ahead and talk about these two. This one is from Julie Hewitt. It's in the shade Destiny. It's a beautiful shade, but as you can, I don't know if you can tell, it's gotten a little bit like funky. It looks like it's semi-dried out. I don't know, it's not that bad. It's just not the same consistency that it used to be, which is a shame because this is a really, really beautiful shade. That's a little bit better. I don't know, it just looks like it's changed in consistency, so I'm afraid to keep using it and putting it on my face. So unfortunately, I think this one probably needs to be trashed. And this Becca Beach Tint, I've had this forever. This is in the shade Guava. I've probably had this for a good 3 years. So again, this is pretty old and probably just needs to go to the trash, unfortunately. I love Becca products, but I just didn't really use this one this much. I know a lot of people swear by these, but I don't know. These are the cheek and lip tints from Wet n Wild from their spring collection. I hauled these not too long ago and I did use them quite a bit. This one is my favorite. It's called Flirt on the Street. The other two I like, but they're just not my favorite shades. So I'm gonna declutter these two shades and keep this one. These are the shades Kiss Me If You Can and Crush Upon a Time. Pretty, just not my favorite shades. Okay, making a little bit better progress here. Let's talk about some of these shimmery blushes. This one is from Bourjois. It's in the shade Rose d'Or. It's so pretty. There's another one like this. My friend sent them from Australia. Another blush just like this, but in a different shade. It's called Sandalwood, I think, and it's on my vanity because it's one of my top favorites. And this one's pretty. It's very pretty, as you can see. It's very similar to this one and also this one from Laura Geller. Hold on. I think all three of these are probably pretty similar. Let's swatch them and see how they look swatched out. So these are those three blushes swatched. Oh man, this one just not really showing up too much. It's the Bourjois one in the shade Golden Rose. So I'm gonna pass this one on. These two are both pretty, but oh man, I don't think I need both of them. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna put these aside and think about them, but this is a tough choice. I know that probably seems ridiculous to some of you. This one's more of like a peachy and this one's more of a rosy pink. I like them both. This is a highlighter that accidentally got lumped in with my blushes. This is also from Julie Hewitt. It's like a cream to powder. It's called Goldie Shimmy. It's very, very pretty. Man, I don't want to declutter any of this stuff, guys. I know for sure I'm keeping this one. This is from Besame. It's in the shade Raspberry. I love it. Look how beautiful it is. Look at that. And very different from a lot of these kind of medium toned rose or mauve shades that I have. This one's pretty different and it has beautiful packaging. I just love it. This one's definitely staying. Here is yet another cream blush. This one's from Doll 10. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I like my NARS liquid blushes way more, so that makes that easy. Here is a very beat up old blush from Lorac. This was one of my first high-end blushes. It's in the shade Soul. I don't know if they even make this anymore. I love this shade so much. This is such a nostalgic like blush for me. I don't know, can blush be nostalgic? If it can be, this one is. I know I shouldn't be hanging on to things for nostalgic reasons, but I have to keep Lorac Soul. I love this blush so much. I need it in my collection. Okay guys, to meet my goal of decluttering half of my blushes, I have to get rid of 5 of these. So let's just go for it. Let's rip the band-aid off. This, I know it isn't a blush, it's that Julie Hewitt highlighter. It is really pretty, but I have a ton of highlighters. I don't need this one, so I'm just gonna declutter it. Go. Okay. Same with this Laura Geller blush. I have 2 here. These are very similar. I really like the Gelato Swirl blushes, so I'm gonna keep that one. And I'm gonna declutter this Baked blush in Tropic Hues. Okay, that's 2 down. We can do this. All right, this one is from Japanesque. They have beautiful packaging. What? This is a setting powder. Oh my gosh. I am the worst at sorting things. Okay, well, obviously I don't need this, so I'll declutter that too. Declutter fail. Okay, so that's 3 I've decluttered. I have to pick 2 more. We can do this. I think I'm gonna get rid of this little split pan from Pixi. The shades are really pretty, but I just don't find a product like this to be very useful for me. The blush is not quite as bright as I would like it to be, so I'm gonna pass this on. I've only used it once or twice, so it's in really good shape. Okay, one more to get rid of here. These 2 are new. Friends sent them to me from Canada. I cannot find Rimmel blushes anywhere here in the States. And this is a Canadian brand called Annabelle. I have yet to try these. I really want to. I love trying things from different countries, as you can tell from all my Australian and Canadian makeup. So these definitely need to stay. I think what I'm gonna declutter for my 5th blush is this little tiny NARS one that I got as a point perk. This is in the shade Goulou, I don't know. NARS always has crazy names for their stuff, but I haven't used this and I probably am not going to. It's very pretty, but it's brand new, so I'll pass this one on. Lastly, I have one from Physicians Formula. This is a Happy Booster, and this one is from Red Earth. I love this shade. It's like a rosy nude. It's so perfect. So these 2 get to stay. I didn't quite meet my goal of half, but I did declutter 20 blushes and highlighters. I feel like that is another huge success. I've really been on a roll with this declutter series, and sadly, I think the next thing that I need to do are my eyeshadows and my palettes, and those are some of my most favorite things, so that is gonna be difficult, but I've been building a great momentum. I really appreciate all of the supportive comments that you guys have been leaving for me. It really does help to motivate me. So thank you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.